What's happening, guys? Back with another video. It's been a few days since I've posted. I've just been taking a break. Honestly, I've been a little bit low, and this is what I want to talk about today, is when you're feeling low, you need to stay consistent. Even when you feel like crap, you need to stay consistent. It's the best time to get in the gym, to get those endorphins pumping. Even if you do a half-assed workout in the gym, it's still important to just get in there and do the workout. Get it done. Feel like you have no prospects? Feel like your life's going nowhere? Apply to the jobs anyway. Just apply. You know, it's consistency. Consistency is what's going to give you success in the end. Because no matter what, hard work always beats talent. It means that the hard work that you put in, the effort that you put in, it won't go in vain a lot of the time. All right? It will if you're eating crap. If you're going to the gym and you're going to McDonald's straight afterwards, that doesn't count as work, because McDonald's is high calorie and it's just junk food. It's not real food. But if you're going to the gym, you're putting in effort to stay in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. Okay? If you're sticking under your calorie goal, okay, for the day, if you're sticking under within the calorie goal that you have set for yourself, then you're going to be consistent. You're going to see consistent gains. But sometimes the weight will go up and down. Okay? This is more about what the video is going to be about today. You might, at the end of the week, say you've been consistent at the gym, you've been eating smaller, but somehow you've gone up 2 kilos this week. You think, what the hell? What's going on? Why am I still gaining weight even though I have been putting in the work? It's going to be like that. Some days you're going to be low. You're going to feel like crap. Okay? Like I have been. These past few days, I've been quite depressed not being at work. And resigning my job, you know, I've looked back and I've said to myself, is this the right decision? Have I just shot myself in the foot? You know? And I have to consider all things, that I wasn't happy at the job that I was at. You know, same as when you're choosing to lose weight. Okay, when you're choosing to take a stand for your body, sometimes you're going to see the weight go up, and that's okay. You're going to want to feel like giving up some days. You know, you're going to just want to reach for the candy and just go get McDonald's or some sort of fast food and say, screw it, like it doesn't matter, like I'm just gaining weight anyway. Don't give up. Okay? You're going to see down days. You're going to see days where things aren't working out to what you want them to be. It's not going to be a perfect day every day. All right? But what matters is consistency. It's the same with this YouTube channel. You know, I haven't felt like posting for like 3 days because I've been down. I've been depressed. You know, I've allowed my moods to bring down everything. But I've been consistent with looking for jobs, you know, in this transition period. I must have looked for like maybe 60, 70 jobs in this past fortnight. Like I must have applied for them. And that's what determines somebody who will end up being successful over somebody who just complains about no work being on the market. Like there's nobody's hiring. You know, those people who say, oh, nobody's hiring. Don't listen to those people. Because those people might apply for 2 jobs a month, you know, and they'll be like, oh, nobody's hiring. You know, you got to apply for like 60, 70 jobs, you know, in a week, maybe in a fortnight, in order to get successful, to hear some things back. If you're just applying for jobs that you think are the right jobs, you know, for you, and you're not just applying for everything on the market, well, you know, you're most likely not going to hear anything back. Same goes for gym. If you go for 1 week, okay, and you look at the scales and it goes up, it's like, oh, you know, going to the gym doesn't work. That's not true. That's not true. You can try out different diets. Are you eating right? Are you, you know, like, have you been consistent? Have you stuck at it? It takes at least 3 months in order to see like at least like a decent amount of results at the gym, you know. So there's many things you can try. Somebody who wants it enough will try, and they'll keep trying until they succeed. That's what consistency is to keep going at it, even though it feels like it's not working. Even though you feel like not doing it, just keep being consistent with everything you do, and results will show up. Results will show up. All right. So just be consistent. I felt like absolute crap these past 3 days, and I've just done my best to keep my head above ground. Like it's not easy for me with ADHD, being neurodivergent. We have our own things that we need to conquer, but I know I'm speaking to a majority of people here where a lot of people probably won't have ADHD. So I'm not saying that I'm dealing with it worse, but it does take, I feel like it does take double the effort to achieve the same kind of results for neurotypical people compared to neurotypical people in comparison to neurodivergent people. So, but that's not an excuse. That's not what I'm trying to get at right now. Look, the idea is stay consistent. Even if you feel like crap, some days are going to be really hard. And some days you're going to want to cry. You're going to want to give up. You're going to think it's useless. There's no point. I had that in the past like 3 days. Okay, I've had the same thing. I thought, why post a YouTube video? My whole life is a scam. I'm just, nothing works. I'm a big failure. Those thoughts are going to come up, whether you're consistent or not. Even when you are consistent, okay. Even when you are, so you just have to push through those thoughts, okay, and to keep going, and fight them however you need to fight them. Those thoughts are going to come up. You're going to feel like you're not worthy. I don't know if it's just me being neurodivergent. I feel like we cop it a lot more, typically with rejection, dysphoria as well. It hurts for us. It hurts a lot to be rejected from jobs, to see the scales not moving. Like, that's a rejection. All of it feels like a rejection, but you got to be consistent. Fortunately, neurotypicals, we fall short in some parts of our brain, but we also have gifts in terms of staying consistent with things. Sometimes works, and just being a bit of an animal. That's why I reckon you got to be a different type of animal in this game, in terms of achieving your goals, in terms of being successful in what you want to in your desired field. You need to be an animal. You need to just show up. You need to be on the field training more than the rest of the team is, if you want to be the top player of that team. Or just in general, if you want to be the best in your field, or you want to look the best that you can, the best version of yourself, you need to show up in the reality. You need to create the reality that you show up for yourself. You can't be in the reality where you're just a slob, where you're just watching TV and playing video games all the time. You need to make an effort. Those thoughts are always going to come up, and it sucks, man. I know it sucks, but we got to push through it. Unfortunately, life is a bit unforgiving in terms of those thoughts. It can really consume you if you allow it. But don't let it. Be consistent. Every day is a new day. And whether you're up today or you're down today, tomorrow there's going to be another 24 hours. So have a shower, okay? Wash the day off your body, relax if you need to, spend some time doing something else. If you're being so consumed with negative thoughts, do something completely else. Go to the gym, you know what I mean? Then have a shower. Start again tomorrow. You've got a whole 24 hours in front of you to come. So rest up and get ready for that next day, and get pumped up to make a difference in the day. Just stay consistent. That's what consistency is. You don't have to be 100% every day, but you have to be at it every day, at least, or at least be thinking about it if you want it. You got to stay hungry. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed this. I hope there's a message, something in here. I didn't want to record this video. I didn't want to do a video. Like I said, I've been feeling down. So let me be a testimony to staying consistent. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Post the video. Go to the gym. Apply for the job. You know? Do the thing. Even though your brain is telling you that you can't do it, that you're worthless, that it's not going to work out, there's no point in doing it, just do it. Become the doer. Do that shit. Okay? Because if you don't do it, how are you going to know whether or not you're successful? Or whether it's going to be not the place that you want to be at. If you don't leap, if you don't jump from where you're at, you're going to stay in the same spot. If you don't learn to swim, you're going to drown. You understand? So learn to swim. Take a leap of faith, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in the same spot. So peace out, guys.